their benefit?
Yeah, look, I can't comment on what one individual in government said in Israel. You know, I can just generally tell you that by and large, we think that a nuclear-armed Iran is an unacceptable thing. It can't happen. And that's what they were going to do if they hid behind this conventional shield that they were building, and the president just was going to stand by and allow that to happen. Within 2 years, Iran could say, we're breaking out to a nuclear weapon, you can't do anything. We're going to overwhelm you with tens of thousands of drones and missiles, which they were on pace to build. They can't do that now. That certainly weakened them. As far as the impact it's had on the global economy, I mean, Iran is targeting global shipping in international waterway and demanding to control which ships can go and which ones cannot. That just is unacceptable. We're not going to accept that. We're not going to allow that to be the status quo. But ultimately, there are other countries that should feel just as strongly as we do, because they're actually more impacted by it than we are.
Did you discuss with Minister Jai Shankar, did he raise at all any concern by India about the tariffs announced by the president on generic drug makers? A lot of Americans buy their generic drugs from Indian companies that import. Is that something that came up in your discussions at all?
I mean, not with me. I mean, we didn't get into depth on pharmaceuticals today. Obviously, I would expect them to be concerned about it, but they didn't raise it today. But they might have with others in our system, because we obviously deal with the Indians. We're very close to them. So.
Mr. Secretary, you and the president have been very blunt in your anti-communist language. Recently, you put out that recent report on Cuba. Don't you think it's inconsistent in that you haven't addressed the same issues with China? They're the largest communist party in the world, 100 million.
Yeah, but our issues with communist interference inside of our country. Like, that report was about what these different elements do to interfere in our country and to undermine our foreign policy.
The president recently talked about Chinese election interference in the U.S. And as we know, there are many other ways in which China has influence within the U.S.
Well, again, what the president put out on Thursday, that was a declassification of documents from our intelligence community. That's what he put out. He declassified intelligence assessments from our intelligence community. But your question was about communist influence. Yeah, the United States doesn't want to be a communist country. We're never going to be a communist country, and we're not going to allow communist influences to undermine our politics or our society. So I don't know what the inconsistency you're referring to is. It's very clear. Obviously we understand the Chinese system and other systems, but I can tell you our system doesn't want communism, and we're certainly not going to allow communist efforts to undermine American society and drive wedges into our country, and that's what we're seeing. And by the way, one of the leading culprits of that for many years, the intellectual authors, particularly in our hemisphere, is the Cuban regime, which our report on Monday outlined.
Are Cubans having a bigger impact
Did
than
you
Chinese?
express concern regarding the clash between China and the Philippines in the South China Sea?
Did we discuss it with?
Clash between China and the Philippines in the South China Sea.
Oh yeah, it's been a high-profile issue. We've all seen it, and it's a sort of an escalatory thing that we think is very negative, and benefits no one. And obviously, we've reiterated in every meeting we've had that the U.S. has a treaty arrangement with the Philippines. I believe we're the only treaty partner the Philippines has. We intend to live up to our treaty obligations, and I think we've done so, and will continue to do so.
With sense of escalation, how difficult is it to inspire confidence at these meetings, such as the ones you...
अमरीकी वज़ीर ख़ारजा मार्को रूबियो मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि हम ईरान के साथ मुज़ाकरात के लिए तैयार हैं, कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ईरान समुद्री आमदोरफ्त को ख़तरे में ना डाले।
एक दफ़ा आपको फिर में 3 दहशतगर्द हलाक कर दिए गए। इसी पर बात करेंगे। अपनी नुमाइंदा सुमेरा खान हमें ज्वाइन कर चुकी हैं। सुमेरा, अपडेट कीजिएगा।
यहाँ एक ब्रेक,
साथ रहिएगा।
ये वो नुस्खा है जो हमेशा से चलता आया है। बाल बने 5 गुना मजबूत और 3 गुना लंबे। फ्रेश एंजॉय अनियन एंड रोजमेरी शैम्पू, वही राज, नया अंदाज।
नया पाम ऑलिव शैम्पू, वही नेचुरल एक्सट्रैक्ट्स और वही स्मूथ मैनेजेबल बाल। नाउ इन न्यू पैकेजिंग, पाम ऑलिव नेचुरल्स, न्यू लुक फिंगर कोम रेडी। आप जैसा कोई मेरी जिंदगी में आए तो बात बन जाए।
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सिरम के साथ बात बन जाए।
रोजाना हमारे बाल कितना डैमेज सहते हैं, इससे बालों के गहरे बॉन्ड्स टूट जाते हैं। इंट्रोड्यूसिंग न्यू डव बॉन्ड रिपेयर शैम्पू। इसमें है प्रोटीन पेप्टाइड जो बालों के टूटे बॉन्ड्स को फिर से जोड़े और बनाए डैमेज फ्री और स्ट्रॉन्ग। न्यू डव बॉन्ड रिपेयर।
मतलब क्या स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी का?
मतलब कमाल।
क्या टेस्ट है यार? टेस्ट है क्या यार?
उससे पूछो।
एक्स्ट्रा फिज, एक्स्ट्रा टेस्ट, स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी। एक माँ ही बनाती है बेटी को मजबूत। नया लाइफ बॉय शैम्पू एलोवेरा और मिल्क प्रोटीन फॉर्मूला के साथ बालों को बनाए मजबूत। लाइफ बॉय शैम्पू, मजबूत सोच।